Greetings, brethren, and welcome back to my Road to 1500 ELO series on chess.com. We have 21 wins, 3 draws, and 8 losses so far, so we've been doing pretty good. Except the last game I played, I got absolutely destroyed. Like, it was ridiculous. I decided to play a game late at night, and I paid for it. I made like 3 blunders in a row, probably the worst game I've played so far in this series, but after some rest, some recharging, and some reflection on that wonderful performance, we're ready to hit it again today. So, we'll get right into it. Feel free to comment on my game if I made a mistake that you wouldn't have, or that you saw, a move that I missed. Let me know in the comments. If you have any tips or tricks for me, let me know in the comments section below. I like to start my games off with putting the knights in the center. For some reason, I've just always kind of kept from putting my knights in the center, and so is my opponent, apparently. Yeah, that's just the kind of the chess we play. We're not playing any theory. The only theory I really know is the King's Indian, so like Fianchettoing the bishop and the Scandinavian. That's all I got for black, really. Other than that, I just try to make solid moves off the opening. For instance, we get our bishops out, we get our knights out, we make sure we develop nice, and don't give up anything too crazy right off the opening. I don't think you need to know solid chess right away. We're kind of mirrored perfectly. It's kind of crazy. We'll go here, goal, get the bishop out here, and then go back if necessary. Castle, looking pretty balanced. Okay, he knows that's exactly what I want to do. So we could try to just build up to something over here. Not really need to, though. If I bring this pawn open, I usually like to trade like this, but in this position I can't because then I just lose that. So we can castle, we'll go to a more active square over here. Maybe we can try to trade off this bishop so that mine is better in the center here, because his bishop is still not developed. This allows me to do a trade and then have the more active bishop. See, he has 2 and I have 4 in the center. Now he's going to want to get his out. I could probably push this right now, both to prevent this, but also to prevent this with the knight. A lot of options here. We can go here. I think that's what I'll do. We've spent only about a minute so far in this opening, but it's been pretty solid, so there's been no reason to try anything else, really. Here, but there's no reason to do all this, so we will just castle. Play nice and solid. I think our accuracy should be pretty high so far in this game. So now what's something that we might want to do? Well, could, I got some pieces over here, but probably not a great idea. Try to centralize some rooks, push towards the center. I think that is what we will do. Which one do I want to move, though? Do I want to move this rook or this rook? This is always the decision. This pawn looks like it's pretty locked, so I don't think this rook will ever have to defend these pawns. So I could bring it over here in case there's any shenanigans up here. So I think we'll bring this rook over. Then we're going to try to push towards the center. Okay, he wants the bishop. he really wants that bishop. Now we could try to play for the open file. Let's say we go here. And, here, 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 and here. Then we have a pawn in the center, which isn't great, but then we have some attacking chances on the file. Probably not great. We could just let him take this. Yeah, because it's either that or just let this trade and then get my pawns doubled, so I think this is fine. Yeah, I think we can just push here. This is totally fine. If he wants to trade, we'll just get our open rook. So this is why it was good to keep our rook here. Because then we have a rook on the file. It'll be hard for him to move these pieces. And then later, after like these trades, I'll have my doubled pawns. Oh no, he trades here first. Is there anything wrong with that, necessarily? Not really. Could go here, and then what does that threaten? Not really anything. Taking with the knight allows me to not double my pawns. Because, yeah, this is defended by both the queen and this knight over here, so I think this is fine to take with the knight like this. Seems reasonable to me. We can always go back, because now my rook has a good spot. Yeah, see, we go here. We have our 2 knights. He, of course, has a bishop, which is not great. Push here. Can't take. Has to move his knight. Could move it there, not really. Could move it here. Has to move it to this gross square. He could go back, of course, but we'll just play this for now. Okay, that's a good move. Should have thought about that. I was like, oh, well, yeah, he can't take, but I should have thought, what is he going to try and do? And that is this. See here, take. Not a great idea. Could just put some more backup on the file. Not really, because then he's just going to take it. Might have just lost a pawn there. Hmm. Little gross defense, I guess. We'll play this. Still can't take this. I'd like to get my queen out of there, though. Because, big threat. These knights kind of suck over here, especially for what I'm trying to do. So, a goal of mine should be to reposition them. That is, I should be thinking. Got to be careful about light squares with the bishop. Queen's on a dark square right now. It's not really moving. Um, his knight is still hanging, so he does have to worry about that. He's probably trying to think of a good place to put it. Okay, he's going to put it over there. I got to move my queen somewhere. What is a good space for my queen to go is the question here. Like, I'd like to keep some pressure on this pawn, but I don't really see a good way to do that. Can't put my queen on a square like this, because then we just hang it. Probably, this seems like a good square. I can't be making moves too slowly. My opponent has, like, about a 3-minute time advantage, so, you know, that has been a problem of mine, is playing moves too slowly. But I'm also commentating, so, there's some time and effort that go into that. So what about the dynamics of this? So obviously you can't take, but can't take this way either. Let's say I put some more pressure onto this pawn to try and win it, because right now, yeah, so this is like, now my rook's not so good over here. Here, there's no reason not to do it. I don't really see a goal. Because now he can take. But if I go here, it still doesn't really work for him. If he takes, then I go here. Yeah, I guess we'll go here and just try to centralize the other rook. That's the plan. I'm probably missing something. I'm interested to see the game review for this one because it's kind of tricky. His king's definitely more safe than mine, but it's not so bad. Here. Bishop. Here, because defended by my queen. Here's bishop's got to go like there. Pawn doesn't really do anything from that spot. So probably a good idea just to put my rook here for now. And at least so I have some ideas here later. Okay, we can go here. This seems like a good idea just in general, just to kind of blockade. Of course I have to be concerned because now I can't move my queen if anything happens. These pawns are actually pretty good against my knights as well. But it does allow a little push. It does allow for this push. Because here, takes, can't take back. So maybe that's our next order of business, because then we threaten to check. Okay, we can't do that anymore. Can go here, though. Kind of anchor our knights. Our knight's in a good spot. He wants to trade. I could trade and then try to get in there. That's all I really have. I have 4 minutes, so I have to kind of work this out a little bit. We have this as well, because he's got to take with the queen. Well, he doesn't have to, but I just imagine. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Here. And he gets an isolated pawn that I can go after later. To be worried about this pawn as well. So maybe I can't get in there so easy. Have to maneuver somehow. Like this. For now we can go here. Because everything seems to be locked up pretty good. Yeah, I think the idea. What did I say? Here, here. No, what did I? Here, 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 and then here. I have to make sure. I guess I can go this way. It's probably better. Yeah, get up there. Because right now his bishop is not good. His bishop is just kind of eating rocks. Very close position. I'm happy with this. Most of my games recently have been very like dynamic and big moves lead to a big easy winner, but this is no clear winner over here. I could try like rook lifting, but he can just defend probably. Okay. This doesn't do anything though, unfortunately. I think I'm just gonna keep my strategy of just trying to, or I guess over here because then I don't get in the way of anything. Because I'm still winning this trade if he tries to push this or anything. It's very stonewalled right now. It's very nice, actually. So plan, back, back, back. Doesn't threaten anything right now, so I can go here. Luckily, I have a couple moves that I can do stuff with, because queen defends this, so. Couple moves, go there. We can just probably push here. Weakens my king a super tiny bit, but I can just push my king forward. Good for endgames. Not good for any attack that could be going on, but I think I have plenty of space to work with stuff here. Queen defends this pawn. Could have been bad, but it's okay. Nothing is crazy. He can't go here or anything because after takes, I can take back. This doesn't super matter. Not in any way that I can conceive anyways. Here, we just go here. Actually doesn't work for a couple of reasons. We can go here though. Yeah, let's see. Here, sorry. I go here. He takes, we take, he takes my king, my queen, and I'm still kind of hanging. Check has to go. We can go here as well. Not a lot of time. Okay, so the threat is this. Yeah, we just go here then. Okay. Don't have a lot of time to figure it out, unfortunately. I thought we would have a nice locked position. I really didn't think he had anything. I kind of I underestimated that move. But once we get here, can't take this. Once we get up here, we have ideas. Of course, once the bishop moves, but you know, having our knight on this square is just good in general. I hung this pawn. Ugh. I realized that would have been hung the pawn. That's it though, because it would have been protected. But we'll go here to just reinforce a bit more. He can't go here. He can't get his rook over. 3-minute time disadvantage. How do we trap his queen? I don't really know, but this seems fine. Everything is defended in my position. At least from my perspective. Not this rook. King of the rook will go here. This pawn hangs. Yeah, the unfortunate part is this time. I guess this actually gets this pawn and this pawn, so that is good for me. Because we can always just hop right back. Yeah, I got to play faster, unfortunately, but this is looking not bad. We can try to push our rooks, get some action over here. If he ever moves this rook, we'll just go here. Yeah, you can't go to... This attacks, defends... Yeah, this is fine. Awesome. Good, good, good. Under threat. Trying to play faster for me. Do I go here or do I take with the knight? I think we'll take with the knight just to secure stuff because this whole file is taken now. He can't get in. Push a pawn, right? Minute left. Bit of a grind. Go here, threaten some stuff up here. Now see if he sees it. Could give me a check, but it just gives me some momentum. This is the threat. His bishop can't actually get over to cover. His bishop is awful. He'd have to make a move. I should have probably pushed the pawn first. We'll go here. I don't really care. I'm sure there's some kind of mating threat around here that I can't quite see. My knight defends this always. We will go here. Some kind of a trade. Can't go up there. Don't have enough time to really figure out any kind of a checkmating threat, so I'll just probably bring my king and try to promote the pawn. I win the trade. He goes for it. Not if he does that. Like, I can't go up there. But I can go here. Start pushing this pawn. I wish I had more time to see what's going on a bit more clearly, but I don't. Up here and try to fork, I guess. Could try that. You can take this now. At least with the bishop. Unfortunate. I forgot. I get my rook over there and parallel his king. 25 seconds. Doesn't have a check on me anymore. Please. Come on. Oh! Oh my goodness. Alright, there it goes. Didn't see it. You can just push and make a queen now. Oh! We totally had that. Totally had that, but time is part of the game, unfortunately. And yeah, that's how that rolls. I'm proud of that game. I really am. I think I did quite well. Of course, we're going to see what game review says. Oh, I forgot to fix this. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second here. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, thought 73% accuracy, but we were winning most of the game. I'm sure I missed a couple of things, but yeah, just obviously that last blunder at the end there kind of wrecked everything for me. 1350. Okay. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, some normal development here. I had no problem with any of this in the opening. We got back to a book position somehow. Oh, a book move is to go there and just double the pawns. I guess because we get some pressure in the center. I don't like playing like that, so we did that next. Yeah, this was a good game. This was actually a really fun game because it was close. It was tight the whole time. Okay, it wanted me to just reroute this knight. It's, best move. Hey, we all been there. Well, nothing really. Like, that's the follow-up, right? There's nothing at this level, this 1300 level, that anything really matters for. I was able to take back, not damage my pawn structure. Yeah, this was a mistake here because I was like, oh, he can't take, so this is good. It threatens his knight as well, but I forgot to think about my own queen. Luckily, it was fine. Okay, it wanted me to go here for this. I thought this was fine too. Because why did it think that this was a better move? I want to see why. Oh yeah, just a nice little trade. Where I guess he's up a pawn, so not a nice little trade. But why was this a bad move? I want to see. Traps. Okay, my knight has to move. Yeah, just after taking, I guess. Because here, something was wrong about my calculation. So we bring this down here. I don't know. So we'll just get this knight out of the picture because it would not be participating anyways. So yeah, here. And I don't know, here. Then what about this trade did it want him to do? Oh, to trap the knight. Okay, that's not what I wanted. What was the best move for me here? This. Okay, and then queen. And we still can't take if he pins it with his queen and his rook. And then I guess there's not a way to defend the pawn. So then after some moves, we just lose. Yeah. Okay. So not as good as I thought, but I thought this was a tricky situation anyway, so my opponent missed it, of course, and everything went back to normal. They pushed this pawn forward. Yeah, I guess I thought it was good to centralize my rook. I got a good opportunity for that. Didn't like. Thought we were 1.8 here. That's kind of crazy. Why? Sorry, not this. What did it think my best move was? Because I messed this up here. What is the follow-up? I guess the follow-up is just that his bishop sucks, and then I get my knight over here. Yeah, this is not a clear 2-point advantage, so I do not blame myself for missing it. Wanted me to trade my queen. And I was like, hey, we're just gonna... Yeah, this was crazy. What were the ideas here? Because I was like, well, it's fine. Attack pawn chain. Yeah, that's definitely what he should have done for sure. Well, even if he did this, I probably would have went here and not broken up my pawns. But, sorry, not this again. I want to see why it thought that I was +2 here. Just to be able to get back there, I guess. It just thought, yeah, me getting my knight here was really good. And that's what I did. Well, eventually, after he was attacking these. And I wasn't quite sure of the plan. What about this? Okay, so I did see this, but I just wasn't sure about, like... I guess just because after... Let's see. Wants him to go back. But I'm sure he wouldn't have actually gone back. I'm sure he would have taken this first. Because, like, this is the idea. It's just, like, okay, to trade. And now what? Queen takes g3. Okay. And then from here, it says f7, which is just a retreat. But then my knight is in a good place, basically. Okay. And probably ideas of just, like, this and this. Open file towards their king. All right. Yeah, their bishop, horrible in that square. That was super funny. Ooh, blunder. Because the defender is pinned. Oh, yeah. Gets a pawn there. Gets a couple pawns there. Actually, we're down 2 pawns, but it thinks it's equal. Probably because his bishop is just so incredibly bad. It's really funny, actually. Um, yeah, so that was a bad move, but yeah, we take. Of course, when I think I'm proud of something. Game review's like, actually. All right, lost our advantage, but what did it want me to do here? I see. It likes this pawn here. Well, but if he ever pushes, that was definitely his key. He had to like push these pawns. I don't know why it didn't want me to take a free knight? Like, what's the follow-up here? Just to line stuff up and just go for their king. Okay. This is, yeah, a scenario where, I don't know. That's 2.5, even though we're, well, I'm +1 on material, I guess. And then I have this as like a pass pawn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then back here, this was totally fine. This was good. Yeah, we were totally winning, doing well. Wanted me to take back with the king, whatever. Just allow me to defend. I was low on time here, so I couldn't find out my moves, unfortunately. Yeah, and then here, gave a check, and then I blocked this, even though it was... Oh, there was still a way to keep some good advantage. Oh, I see, just attack both of them at the same time. That's actually kind of smart. Especially because, like, if he goes over to defend, then we just checkmate him. So, I guess not checkmate, but block, and then I guess check ourselves. Yeah. But yeah, and then, so we were doing just fine. I was like, well, this is totally fine, but we had 18 seconds left, and I didn't realize that this pawn was on this file. Because I was just like, well, let's try to get over here, and then we're threatening mate on the back here. And honestly, if his rook was anywhere else, we could have done it. Not done it, but done like the, the trick. And yeah, that was it. So there we go. I actually feel pretty good about that game, whatever or not the game review says there. But to this, yeah, we gotta add another loss to this. How sad, how unfortunate. But that's okay. We learned a lot, and I think it was a really good game. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Godspeed, brethren.